Greetings and peace. I would like to start this with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Peace be with you and yours. Today's presentation, I would like to talk about the symbolism of the Sprig of Acacia, analyzed through the lens of Islam, Sufism, and Freemasonry. Without further ado, I hope you enjoy this and you benefit from this. This presentation examines the symbolic, theological, and esoteric significance of the Sprig of Acacia across Islam, Sufism, and Freemasonry, exploring how a single botanical symbol conveys layered metaphysical meanings. By comparing these traditions, we uncovered shared themes of endurance, truth, and transcendence while identifying distinct interpretive frameworks that shape their symbolic use. And also, this presentation is not to encourage you to join anything, but just take the teachings and apply them to your life. A solitary acacia tree in a desert landscape evokes resilience, survival, and sacred refuge, standing as a symbol of life in an otherwise barren environment. This imagery reflects the human spiritual condition, striving toward meaning and transcendence despite limitation and adversity. The Quranic account of the pledge under the tree represents a moment of divine approval, where sincerity and allegiance are witnessed and affirmed. The tree functions as a sacred marker connecting human intention with divine recognition, grounding spirituality in lived reality. Now, the pledge of the acacia tree is a central part of Islam, right? In Surah 48, verse 18, where Allah was pleased with the believers when they were pledging allegiance with you by placing their hands in your hands under the tree. This was basically the companions and brethren of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the widow's son, taking the oath of Ridwan or Rizwan under the acacia tree. This pleased Allah, God. The companions were rewarded with eternal paradise, a tree of heaven native to desert areas of the Islamic world. In Freemasonry, the acacia tree symbolized the immortality of the soul that the Master Mason will always live on, and how the companions of Muhammad, peace be upon him, were rewarded with the same. Most people don't know that the Prophet Muhammad was a widow's son, right? Where he had lost his father, and he was raised by his mother till the age of 6, Amina, and then he married his first wife, Khadija, who was his biggest supporter and sponsor, and she was a widow as well. And he specifically guides us to perfect our adab, our character, right? Just like the Masonic aspect. And also the Bukhari and Muslim hadiths instruct us to take care of widows and orphans. So this entire apparatus is all interconnected with each other. The acacia symbolizes fidelity to divine covenant, representing commitment, unity, and trust in God's decree. It serves as a model for aligning inner belief with outward action, reinforcing ethical consistency. The acacia sustains life in harsh climates, stabilizing ecosystems and providing nourishment. This ecological role mirrors its spiritual symbolism as a sign of divine mercy and balance in creation. Sufism, which is the inner mysteries of Islam, interprets the acacia inwardly, viewing it as a symbol of the purified heart on the spiritual path. Its resilience reflects the seeker's journey through trials towards divine intimacy. The heart must endure hardship to become a vessel of divine presence, much like the acacia thrives in adversity. This symbolizes spiritual rootedness and continuous remembrance. The thorns of the acacia represent obstacles such as ego and illusion encountered on the path. These trials are transformative, shaping the seeker's character and awareness. The shade represents divine mercy, offering refuge and tranquility to the seeker. It illustrates the inner peace attained through closeness to the divine. Freemasonry adopts the Sprig of Acacia as a symbolism of immortality and enduring truth. It functions allegorically to convey philosophical and moral teachings that the soul lives on forever. The Sprig of Acacia marks the grave of Hiram Abiff, symbolizing the persistence of truth beyond death. It represents the idea that truth cannot remain hidden permanently, and in this Masonic allegorical teaching that Whatever we deal with in life, whether it's life, events, peoples, places, things, history, it all eventually comes out in the wash, right? And what we're seeing now with the modern generation and these different social media platforms is that people are realizing the truth of everything, whether it's history, religion, philosophy, day-to-day life, purpose of life, etc. The evergreen nature of acacia signifies continuity beyond physical existence. This reflects philosophical notions of enduring essence and legacy. And the color green in the Sufi path, they tell us that it's the color of heaven. The durability of acacia wood symbolizes incorruptibility and ethical strength. It encourages individuals to cultivate moral resilience, so be of a thick skin, just like the endurance of the acacia wood. All traditions associate the acacia with continuity beyond death or decay. This reflects a shared human concern with transcendence. The acacia symbolizes fidelity to higher principles across traditions. It represents commitment to truth and moral responsibility. The tree's endurance mirrors spiritual perseverance in adversity. It teaches that growth often arises from hardship. So we wouldn't be who we are today as human beings in our thinking, knowing, and understanding in our individual and collective life journeys if it wasn't for the setbacks, the lessons, the disappointments. It's all there for a greater purpose. Islam emphasizes historical revelation. Sufism, the inner Islam, internalizes symbolism, and Freemasonry basically shows it from the allegory perspective. These approaches reflect different ways of understanding meaning and truth. In modern times, the acacia speaks to resilience in an era of uncertainty and fragmentation. It encourages rootedness in values and change, that the human being in this current climate of despair and uncertainty, that we will arise stronger as a species together for the coming tomorrow. Practically, individuals are called to cultivate discipline, reflection, and spiritual awareness. This fosters stability and meaning in daily life. On a social level, the symbolism promotes justice, loyalty, and communal responsibility. It calls individuals to act as stabilizing and ethical forces within society and your individual communities. Adversity should be embraced as formative rather than destructive. Like the acacia, individuals can transform hardship into strength. The acacia bridges theology, mysticism, and philosophy through shared symbolic themes. It ultimately teaches endurance, integrity, and the pursuit of higher meaning. Thank you for watching. If any questions or comments, please email me at salmansheikh911@gmail.com. And all my work is under the purpose of copyright laws of fair use for education, nonprofit, and free speech purposes. Thank you so much. All rights reserved.